Hello everyone, BP Viewing and Gaming here. Today I'm going to be teaching intuitive L4E on the Pyraminx. So just before we get into the video, I have a disclaimer I want to make, and that's the fact that I won't be covering the V in this video. I will probably do it in a separate video, but I just don't have time to cover it in this video, but I promise sometime in the future I will make another video covering the V, but yeah, I'll just get to the last 4 edges part. Yeah, so let me just okay, so what you want to do first is identify what this bottom color is on this particular edge, and in this case it's green, and we have green over here. And then you want to match this color up with like the side color, and in this case it goes over here, so just put it in the back. And now we have a lot of really easy last layer algorithms that I will also be explaining. So again, you find the bottom color, in this case it's red, so you then match this color up, and yeah, that should be pretty straightforward. But now this is where it'll get a bit harder. But okay, so this case is definitely the easiest, and you can recognize it because none of these two centers is matching this red, and you go with these two instead of these two. These two do not matter one bit. And for this one, the edge you want to solve is on the right hand side, and you do L prime U L, and then for the opposite here, when the edge you want to solve is on the left hand side, you do R U prime R prime, and then okay, so now for this case you recognize it that there's a bunch of cases with this, with all of these 3 centers solved, but there's these 2 edges, and this yellow edge is facing you. And if the edge is on the left here, you do L R prime L prime R, and then here's just the inverse of that. If it's on the right hand side, you do R prime L R L prime. And that's another pretty straightforward case. And then here's the third case. Okay, so here's the third case, and this time there's also this edge here, but the way I recognize this case is like it looks like it's solved, but it's really not. It's pretty much a flipped edge. And if this edge is on the right, you do U prime R U R prime, and if it's on the left, you do the inverse of that. So here, if this edge is flipped and this edge is unsolved, but you want to solve it, in order to solve this case, you do U L prime U prime L, and then now this case is the most annoying of all. And yeah, this case has a really bad alg for it, and this is another one of those ones. But if any of the other cases don't match, then if it's on the right, you do R prime L R L2 prime U L prime. And if it's on the left, you do L, R prime, L prime, R2, U prime, R prime. And yeah, that's it for my Pureminx L4E intuitive L4E tutorial. I'm gonna do a quick example. Okay. So here we have our V solved, and we want to take a look at what this bottom edge's color is, and in this case it's red, and this edge back here is red. So move that over, and here we get a pretty terrible case, and this is a case where, I mean, you could in some cases do that, but in this case you just have to solve it like you do in LBO. And that actually does happen sometimes, and actually that was a good example to get. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. See you guys next time.